Trick or treat, smell my feet. Welcome to Teddy Bear's Toy Box. Today we're having story time, and we're reading a story called Trick or Treat, Smell My Feet by Diane DeGroat. Look, Gilbert, I'm a ballerina. Lola twirled around in her tutu. It's for Halloween, she said. What are you going to be? Gilbert held up the mask he was making and said, I'm going to be one of the Martian space pilots, Captain Zig. But don't tell anyone. I don't want anybody to copy my idea. Lola suddenly stopped twirling. I want to be a Martian space pilot too, she cried. But I just finished making your costume, Mother said. You wanted to be a ballerina. You don't have to do everything I do, Gilbert said. Your costume is nice too. If I were you, I would be a ballerina. You would? Lola asked. Sure, said Gilbert. But I'm not you. So I'm going to be Captain Zig. The next day was Halloween, and Gilbert packed his Martian space pilot costume into a paper bag so he could change later at school. Lola copied him and put her pink ballerina costume into a paper bag also. You're too little to go to school, Gilbert said. I'll take you trick or treating when I get home, okay? Okay, said Lola. I'll practice. She held the bag open in front of Gilbert and said, Trick or treat. Smell my feet, Gilbert answered. I don't want to smell your feet. That's what you're supposed to say on Halloween, Gilbert said. Lola laughed and sang, Trick or treat, smell my feet. Now give me something good to eat. Here's a treat, Gilbert said, and he dropped the piece of toast he was eating into her bag. After breakfast, Gilbert grabbed his paper bag and headed for the door. Goodbye, Gilbert, Father called from the kitchen. We'll watch for you in the costume parade. Lola followed her brother and said, I want to be in a parade too. You can come and watch, Gilbert said. I'll wave to you. Remember, I'll be the one in the Martian space pilot costume. Patty was waiting for Gilbert at the corner. What are you going to be for Halloween? She asked. Don't tell anyone, Gilbert whispered, but I'm going to be Captain Zig. I'm going to be a Martian space pilot too, said Patty. I'm going to be Admiral Xena. Hey, Gilbert said. Being a Martian space pilot was my idea. I guess we had the same idea, Patty said. I hope no one else does. After lunch, Mrs. Bird stood in. Why can't I talk? Just please, why can't I talk?